better now. Smooth so far, no lag yet. Go to DM6. We're doing DM7 after. Tallulah changed. The first time I met her, the feeling she gave me just like that of her but her majesty had always been a tragic burden, and she knew more about the secrets of Tallulah was different. She was wrathful, but just calm enough, still zealous and in her. Though they were different in many small ways, they had the same. Or maybe people like them are similar in many ways regardless of the strength. This anger gave rise to reunion, which attracted countless followers. But soon she changed. Our daily work had turned into incitement, provocation, and destruction. This is no longer a revolution for the masses of the infected, but rather the same kind of over-engineered conspirational war that we have seen in Conceal time and time again. She hasn't caught up yet. If we really run into her head on, there's going to be trouble. You shouldn't use your arts on Tallulah. This isn't the first time either. You must always be careful of what we see. Something must have happened to Tallulah. We have to tell W. We've got a lot of heavy suspicions of us thanks to W little plans. Do you want to make things even worse? What exactly did you see? Old Tallulah was just a rebel. She freed the infected and gave them an opportunity to fight back. But now, there's no effort made to curb the base desires. There's only mindless destruction and killing. That doesn't prove anything. That's how the other races have always treated the infected. Yeah, Eric is a lagging now. Not lagging, huh? They're not like the Sarkis. They don't understand. The behavior by itself isn't a big deal, but I'm talking about consequences. Tallulah is sabotaging reunion on purpose. Why? Don't you think this situation feels so familiar? She is an excellent leader who could rally ordinary infected into battle and win. But she's the only one who could dismantle the very tower she built, piece by piece, totally undetected. I could even say Tallulah herself is just slightly fancier, something that could be crushed at any time. Are you saying that it's just like the 3 years ago? But he might have always been like that. He did it all without hesitation. He was just good at hiding it. Tallulah isn't like that. Her change was too sudden. Her shadow. It's as if there are two shadows, but I see no traces of art. More like a set of ruins, ancient and imposing, still full of lingering power. The nature of your art is very special, but your feelings are too vague this time, and I can't base my decisions on vague feelings. What do we need to know? Quiet. We already been noticed. Anything we could do, anything we can be used against someone else. You understand this, yes? Do you think we could survive a second Babel incident? I'm not sure. I know W can't. I'll go find her. Garson is dead, so she should be the new leader. Wait, if Tallulah really has her eyes on us already, if you do this, I can't wait any longer. Don't boss me around. We're still the same rank. I say that, but this is the first time I've disobeyed your orders. You shouldn't always overthink things, Auditor. I thought that we should right ahead once I cross this alley. Is it at the base camp? What is she doing? Anyway, I need to hurry up. Who are you? Reunion. Infected? What did you want with me? Watch your tone, devil. First, a few mercenary teams defected. Then enemies started showing up in the city. Your bunch has made too many mistakes. Did you really think our leader hasn't noticed? Out of my way. I don't have to listen to your whining. You have to answer Tallulah. I know. After I report to W, I will then report to Tallulah. There's no need for that. That's not the kind of answer we need. What? Are you serious? We got attacked and the fighting spread over here. ends one of the mercenary team leaders is dead. Oh shit, she died. You're not going to identify the body. The fighting was pretty noisy. It's drawing a lot of attention. Blow the whole street now. Got it. Wait a second. Reunion also needs people who fight with like her until the very end. I understand. Take care of my family, they're still back in town. Of course, I promise. Make his corpse look a bit more... yeah, just like that. W will notice soon. Let's go. They killed best girl and oh, she's not dead? Ah. Not letting Hoarder follow turned out to be the right call. Turns out they decorate the streets of Chernobyl with the birch trees. It looks just like the old place, all the shadows weaving together. Wait, Eric, I should probably show you how I cleared this, huh? The shit cut out when I was streaming this. I have to re-clear it again.
十分に準備して。
全力でかかってこい。私を楽しませて。
Clear everything.
面倒だな。思考を明晰にするは戦術。毒薬の準備が整いましたわ。わあ、みんなこっち来て。
Okay, here.
ああ、幻覚が見えるかしら。どけ。
はい。
あるいは滅びか。幻覚が見えるかしら。
Set up the young god right
前に
here.
進むぞ。さあ、走行を下す。諦めるな。うわ、
Upper
本気で
skill.
行くよ。命令は。
Get rid of her.
ちゃうところだった。
Add the overpowered fox.
諦める
I
な。
mean,
何か考えがあ
what
る。
is it? What is his animal type? Oh, who does shit?
一気に片付けましょう。この切っ先で貫く。この程度で止まると思うな。
Not yet.
貴様の生死は私が決める。
Almost.
射撃開始。
決まった。
Alright.
何時らが保持し随時。何人も語り継ぐこと叶わせ。
奴らを抑える。私の武器は誰にでも扱えるわけだ。
Easy. I already read this.
目の前で仲間が傷つけられることだけは我慢ならない。
OP. And then DM6. I should probably read the story because I kind of skipped. DM8. 4. Months ago, after contacting Reunion, 10:14 p.m. clear. Oasis, unnamed desert outskirts. You met all the Reunion leaders. Yes, indeed. What do you think? Are you asking me or her? If you ask me, I'll say nothing out of the ordinary. The stuff they do is pretty par for the course for people like that. Strange bunch. There's a child who seems to be purposefully pushed into that position to the point of becoming cruel, and then there's warriors whose toughness is beyond imagination. There are some incredible people, but then there are some two-bit villains. All I can say is we've seen all kinds of people after fighting wars all these years, but there's someone who caught my eye. Oh, you must be talking about that one. The one who was waiting on the side with the other little rabbit. Their squad seemed to on a complete. Wait, what? The squad seemed on a completely different level compared to those ordinary infected. The kind of Sarkis war can be said to be truly bear the mark of the war. Sarkis? Yeah, but you don't see the Sarkis like that every day. He claims to be with the Ursus. Then he broke off contact with the Castillo long ago. How pitiful. He never needed to live such an exhausting life. Maybe we should go and meet him. The impression I got from him was that he has become much more than a warrior. W. That's just a name. And you don't wait, hold up. And you don't love thinking about things. Instead of philosophizing, why not have a chat with someone like that? Philosophy. You might all learn a lot from him. You're talking about pardon. I would like to speak with you alone. Speak of the devil. What's up? To who do I own the pleasure? Oh shit. This is one of the leaders. One of the leaders I'm gonna have to kill in the future. My name does not matter. Prince Twin. Huh. My name does not matter for the time being. Rest assured. And now, I am not. Here on behalf of the... I just want to hear about my countrymen, about my homeland. What has become of them? I know that in Castillo, many things happen. Something I have heard. No, but details? No. You're just an Orisian. These two identities do not conflict. The bloodline has not changed. Dark and deeply rooted. I care not for it, but run from it, I cannot. So even if I told you, what do you plan to do? These things happened a long time ago for me. Nothing. There is nothing I can do. But it has been so long since I saw Teresa. Oh. From your reaction, I see. She is with you. Her mark is here. After all, you are Sarkis. There is an MC. This is just a side story. Muddied. Blood. Soaked. She is a hero. At least. So respected. A great warrior. A worthy ruler. My flesh. Loyal to Ursus. From my people. I exiled myself. But I am still Sarkis. I want to know what happened to her. This deal. I just want to know. Damn, he speaks like very mono. En route to Chernobyl. 5:22 a.m. Clear. Chernobyl Sarkis mercenary garrison. Need something? We hope that your mercenaries can give us an explanation. First, your team defected. People who went after them reported back that you weren't even trying. Yes, he does. A few hours ago, some enemies managed to infiltrate Chernobyl. Again, due to your negligence. Combined with the fact that when we first captured Chernobyl, someone tipped us off that you'll let... Okay, I got it. Client's dissatisfied with our performance. Can you just say that? Can you say that with a fewer words? We're simply in a cooperative relationship. And I'm the leader now. If I get on this table, start groveling, will Tallulah be happy? Or did having Papa Patriot around you give you the illusion that Reunion is actually good at fighting a war? Make no mistake about who the people actually capable of bringing you victory are. ... If you figured it out, hurry up and crawl back to that dragon girl. I'll tell her what she wants to know soon enough. So don't rush me. There's one other thing. Just now, stragglers from an enemy party were detected inside the city. That mercenary ends died after exchanging fire with them. ... Reunion also participated in this battle. The enemies were very strong, and we all suffered loss. This is all due to your negligence. There's no need to get pushy with it. Seems like something happened to the east of here not long ago. Precisely. So, where's the body? Unfortunately, I have bad news. I'm talking about the enemy's corpses. Inns wouldn't use such a flashy destructive art. Our casters were also involved in the battle. The entire street was destroyed. Don't you think you're being a bit too blatant here? I don't know what you're talking about. So from your side's point of view, how should the situation be handled? Our main force is focused on the battlefield that place in Lungman. We have no time to waste. The leader won't investigate your responsibility in this just yet, so you should handle it yourself. You have a pretty thick Carussus accent. What of it? You guys didn't really think that I'll take some random excuse, did you? W, stop. Put that wand away and calm down first. Sorry, got a bit carried away there. You can breathe a sigh of relief first and be grateful that you get to live. Oh, damn, this bitch is cocky. What's the meaning of this? Don't get me wrong, the death of one Sarkis won't affect the outcome of the next battle. And neither will the death of the entire reunion movement. If you don't believe me, you're welcome to try me. I'll make sure our leader hears about your true attitude. There won't be any next time. You heard him. Since you let that Rhodes Island squad escape, Reunion has never allowed us to act alone. If they could put half this much effort into the actual battles, they wouldn't be getting their asses handed to them so badly. That's Maya's sister. Alright, talking about W. Basically, W is trash talking Reunion. Amazing. Despite that, you still deliberately let the traitors Blade Master get away. I didn't deliberately let him go. I just didn't want those idiotic infected to kill a Sarkis I brought here. The old you would have slaughtered Flamebringer on the spot to get Reunion's attention off you, regardless of what you wanted. Was I the only one who could remember his codename? How embarrassing. Okay, let me sum this up. This is after chapter 2 or 1, and this is before the event of another character that happened. So is Zen's really... Now's not the time. I'll have someone identify her. Let's talk business first. Not hoodoo. 3 things. First, Inns wanted to warn you that something's wrong with Tallulah. She must have seen something more specific, but I'm not clear on that. And she told me was Tallulah apparently had 2 shadows. From her reaction, this isn't some common byproduct of art's interference. The damn coward. Why wouldn't she ever be straightforward? Second, the old man has left, received in order to go fetch something. Tallulah didn't even make any efforts to hide it. Finally, a messenger has already set off for Victoria. Shortly, the Regan will know everything that has happened. Carussus knows many things, and he has just many monsters around him. If he is allowed to intervene, this would no longer be a simple question between Reunion and Carussus. W, are you listening to me? Too noisy. Since it's all good news anyway, let me have some peace and quiet. You've had your hand on the hilt of your blade ever since you walked through the door. You were like that when we first met, as if you were ready to cut me down at any moment. But the way you stayed calm back there. Patriot. What do you really think about that? That's not important. And none of you are. We all know this, and the bad habits die hard. And I have the right to hear what she said, right? In order to respect your sacrifice. You two are both similar, never considering the consequences of your things you do. The regnant would not sit idly and watch them lose control if you can't give him a suitable answer. Never get caught lacking. Lodium's summons will destroy everything you painstakingly put together. Ironically, I still don't know what you're trying to accomplish even now. Who knows? Just don't think you can handle everything. You'll come to regret it sooner or later, just like me. The reason you have the right to ask questions is because you avoided the center of the whirlpool. Really, who's still left on Rhodes Islands now? Why are you asking that? I've seen your interactions with the messenger. You've been investigating Rhodes Island. That drug company, I had assumed they only got caught up in the war, but turns out the truth isn't so simple. Especially Scal. According to your plan, we're in charge of all the other fronts during the battle to hold Chernobyl. Yeah, and you guys did a great job. But someone still found them, the ghost of Pete. You chose to find him yourself and then you let him go. In the past, I would have seen this as a sign of untrustworthiness. But by the looks of things, you didn't plan to keep that secret for long anyway. What point is there in hiding that? If you ever fought in the battle, you're bound to know some people who have a bit of rep. After all, those people have been fighting tooth and nail to hang on. There's no getting around it. What's your plan now? You shouldn't have had to fight against them in the first place. If that house is still in charge of Rhodes Islands, this might be a chance. No. What do you think my objective is? I see. You said you'll help me do this one thing. We agreed on it. Dishonest mercenaries are worth just as much as dead mercenaries. So I don't mind making some extra arrangements. Oh shit. Inns can no longer help you. And soon I'll have to leave too. Oh, I haven't heard about this before. Where to? I'll head back to Victoria with the messenger. It'll be about a 3 or 4 month trip. We'll leave tomorrow morning before sunrise. Are you in that much of a hurry to reunite with Inns in death? With your reputation, you plan to head back to Lundium, carrying all that sin on your shoulder. Probably be better off fleeing back to Castile. You killed Garson and recognized the mercenaries. Someone has to report this to the pregnant. If nobody goes to report this, he'll treat us like his own children and cast us straight into the battlefield within his reach. When that time comes, there will really be no place to run. You're taking the risk to cover for me. Why would you do that? Her Majesty, Teresa. She remembered my name and my family. Though Her Majesty is no longer here, there's a part of her left in this piece of no good squad. W lore? Yo, what's up? How come I've never seen it? No matter how perverse his personalities and methods may be, judging from the results, they're still fighting for the unrealistic idea. You even know what you're talking about. We've known each other for a long time. That's all. Out of compassion, let me give you a reminder. This is your best opportunity to escape his deal. Leave from here, past Lugman and Orissus, to the distant lands beyond. I'm willing to keep one eye closed. But if you go back, know that you will die. Just earlier you said you wanted to help me. Do your thing. If your idea of helping me is just committing suicide, then I suggest you hang on to your life instead. When it's my turn to collect, I'll like some of the debtor still be alive. Heppo weird. I wouldn't necessarily be going there to die. Depending on the regnant's mood, there are many possible outcomes. Reunion has been manipulated into something fun. Imagine, Regnant may well change his mind. In any case, I no longer have the luxury of running away. I've left Castile, and I'm about to leave here. What's the worst thing that could happen? Hatred has already taught me enough. You've been influenced by him a lot, just from your short time here. Just like you were with Teresa. It's all the same, isn't it? Theresis sits on the throne. Even if I'm only able to grovel way up there with my head pressed against the ground, I must reach where he is and figure out what he's thinking. Otherwise, if we continue acting recklessly as we are now, that will be committing suicide. You know, you could also just submit to him. The dominance roleplay. I could see that. I've thought about that before. Just so you know, Garson was always suspicious of you. He even gave me the order to kill you once. Oh, sounds like things would have been a bit more entertaining if you had listened to him. Sorry, but I'm not into the same kind of stuff you're into. Yeah, W is kinky. Now, let's decide. I won't deny that I'm curious about what Theresis is up to. Seems like I have no choice, though. Auditor is gay, Pagu. That's right, even if you rejected my proposal, I don't plan on letting you keep running the show. You're not gonna say that this is for my good, right? Of course not. What kind of Sarkis goes around taking care of others? How disappointing. You've just gone right back to your old ways. I thought you were gonna keep failing. So, do you have a plan? Why don't you go ask Inns? That's a really unfunny joke. Then before I leave, let me tell you another joke. Inns once told me that you looked more and more like a lunatic, but your actions got less and less decisive. Who, me? Did you really believe that? Have I been using fewer bombs recently? Maybe, no matter how good you might be at hiding, we're together for far too many years. Who's to say maybe we trusted you? Dot dot dot. So which line was the joke? Oh, it's you. Sarkis mercenary, Portator, huh? I heard you were leaving. What business do you have with us? Before I leave, there's something I'd like to confirm. Did any of you personally see Inns fall in the battle? No. As soon as we received the support request, the battle was over. The street had been torn apart and the iridium crystals left by the catastrophe caused a violent chain reaction. We got the situation under control with a fairly minimal... Oh. Auditor is Auditor. What are you doing? Orisian, you're pretty confident someone who just saw a companion fall in front of your eyes. You give off the stench of conspiracy and war. The stench that is all too familiar. If Inns was still here, that's definitely what she'll say. So that's what this is about. It's all too common for people to vent their anger on the infected all over a fallen comrade. I just thought you would have been a little smarter than W. A little smarter, huh? Yeah, looking back, I've been a bit overprotective of her. Always have been. But not because I was afraid she'll get into trouble. See, I was more afraid that I'll have nobody to kill. After all, I'm also Sarkis, the real deal. You. It's cut in half. Oof. Alright then. I already completed this, so we'll just do a quick autoplay. Not dumb. I'm assuming Inns survived. Didn't get killed. Maybe.
命令に従い出撃。逃げるがいい。死ぬよりは腰抜けと呼ばれる方がまだマシだろうからな。
Alright guys, let's
貴様の生死は私が決める。毒薬の準備が整いすぎ。
So, I heard W's coming through the first anniversary, by the way. No, I'm pretty sure she survived. There was no corpse. No corpse was found.
私の武器は誰にでも扱えるわけではない。リンゴちゃん、今日もよろしくね。
Future Gacha unit, watch.
承知した。
我が道行き、何時に死をもたらす。
汝は我が恩敵に
みんな、こっち。少し頭を冷やせ。 戦場は墓場よ。愛苦しみを忘れたことはありません。渡すりたいな。
There's no corpse. So,
誰か通すものか。
oh my god.
リンゴちゃん、今日もよろし
I
くね。
mean, we'll find
邪
out.
悪を壊滅しうるは勇猛
I'm
さ。
just waiting to
私の
pull
武器
ED and W.
誰にでも扱えるわけではない。
Waiting for
抹
the
殺
first
する。
anniversary banner for W and Weedy.
あなたは私がお守りします。
承知した。
この切っ先で貫く。
何時らの愛我が意向にかき消されたり。
苦しみをはこの一手でチェックメイト。
Oh, see.
敵の顔は覚えている。一人残らず倒した。
There's that was the comp I used in the DMA after. Should be the last part of the lore of this chapter. Confessoress, I have seen your report. Your achievements with your union are, to say the least, not worthy of my commendation. However, that being said, you have indeed procured some unexpectedly useful information. No, there is no need for that. At least not this time. You are all impressive warriors, and until your deaths, you are entitled to the rewards you've earned by virtue of blood. Read music, virtue of blood and sweat and tears you have shed. His Majesty, the Regnant, knows well the acts of deeds of all Sarkis, even those as insignificant as yours. Okay, where am I at? The infected are not the only thing that is temple gradually depreciating. Okay, there you go. Do you understand? I do. If I'm correct in my predictions, Rhodes Islands has already welcomed the return of a certain unpalatable individual. And you should have made a contact. Hey, what are you talking about? The Regnant is even faster than W. All the way from Lundium. Mercenaries know loyalty only to their own interests, but that nothingness makes a fine starting point. When the dust settles and you stand once again before the throne of His Majesty, that is when you will see your reward. And what about the other warrior? The young infected has their own plans. Were you unaware? But His Majesty will not participate in such nonsense. We have mutually decided that Victoria will stand by and watch Reunion's next move. We lack the effective measures to retake control of the unit from W. Furthermore, it is important that we, in the name of our supporters, continue to whip up the infected in all corners of the world. Still going to use Reunion? I was sure His Majesty would have given up? Oh my, no. Young mercenary. Things are yet far from chaotic young. Even if Reunion has stayed from its leadership, it remains source of chaos. What's more, should your words just not be taken as a question of His Majesty's intention? No, absolutely not. Very well. Raise your head. Oh yes. For the time being, you need not return to his deal. The journey back is too long, and matters have been progressing rapidly there. You are to stay here for now. Enjoy this small respite however you can. Thank you very much. Now then, Majesty waits me. You are dismissed. Remember, to see your own business first, Auditor. Of course. Auditor. Yes? I look forward to seeing what else you can uncover. Looks like it's the house arrest for both of us. It's not like I never thought about it. And hey, it's better than I was expecting. We were a little too naive. Which part was naive? The part where you thought you'll die, or the part where you thought the Regnant didn't know? Both. He's been pulling the strings from the start. Not that I'm surprised. He's Theresis. We've all heard the stories about him. And Teresa, the invincible forces of nature. What are they exactly, now that I think about it? But I guess in the course of war, I forgot those weren't just stories. So how do we warn W? What's going on with Reunion? He wasted so much time on the road. She might have already split with Tallulah. The other possibility is the show ends in Lungman. Wouldn't that be a bit too quick? It fits within the way W works. If Tallulah is gonna destroy the infected, W will destroy Tallulah first. Darker style with extreme prejudice. Okay, I'm a little bit confused now. He's pretty upset over the death of a certain Merc, after all. Let's see it, music will come. Alright then, I'm expecting Sade. She knows the score. The flashback scene. Okay, gotcha. He's out of the room. To hesitate any longer, now she needs to get into the right headspace to make a move. Yeah, I'm assuming Nico Senpai's played. Already completed the event. And that means we're left waiting. We've got ways to fool Regnant's eyes. I'll be a crazy risky play, but still got my own squad I can keep on standby. Victoria's all over the place right now. Probably wouldn't catch the code. Yeah, and it would have passed by some real tricky spots controlled by the Regnant and on to Castillo. Castillo. Battlefield ruins there haven't been touched in a long time. A week out of the living there for a good long time. There was a communication station in the old bunker buried underneath those ruins. The tower made it look like it was destroyed, but everything down there still worked. Hold on, that was a long time ago. How long have you been preparing this? All done way back at the very beginning. Cost me a pretty penny too. Never underestimate the simp. Oh man, if they saw the look on your face right now, boy, would they be surprised. Yo, Hoarder fucking foresaw everything. Holy shit. Or actually, no, I don't think he foresaw everything. I think he predicted some shit. For a while now, every time you came back from the battle, you were always deep in thought, like a kid who did something bad. I figured you just lost your will to fight. Nah, it was the opposite. Actually. I finally realized what I had to do. How? Because I had no choice. It's kind of liberating in a way. W must have said something to you before you left your knob. Does that sound like her? Laying all the cards on the table. No. It'll be a lot less of a pain if she did though. You're right. As she came looking for me before I left the super city. She knew what we were going to do. Hey. Can you put a price on my life of a Merc? Hey, could you wait, hold up. Can you put a price on the life of a Merc? Sure, always have. Why even ask? You knew the answer. But who set the price? The war itself. Sure, you got your battlefield honors, your victories look out of a hand-to-hand fight. All those things that raise your profile. And let everybody know what useful you are. So boring. But that's all in the past, at least for us. For us it did. What do you mean? Every circus merc should have a nice clean price tag. But we don't need anybody to slap it on. The oversight? They write their own price in the blood of the enemies of the circus. Are you saying we should get everyone to leave Castillo? Look surprised, but like, they could choose for themselves. Does this sound weird? Not weird, right? Just give it some thought. Think about what you could be doing in Castillo. Talking about doing that right in front of Theresis in broad daylight. Make it sound so bad as you don't have your own plan. No one. Chill, you were my boss, Auditor. It'll be better to do it, or we'll have trouble. Dot dot dot. A pretty good joke. The old hands at the star market laughed themselves. Certainly wouldn't make the committee happy. It'd be a lot of money and a lot of wasted brain power. Not to mention all the people they killed. Fair enough, all the old hands there too. Some of them are almost friends of ours. So what are you gonna do now? It's up to you. Well, I can't leave Lundium. Hell, I can't even leave this mansion. I think it's up to you. You can do a lot as a messenger. Keep following Tolua's orders. Auditor isn't coming back yet. Should be good. As long as that comm station still works, you'll hear back. And they'll get a word to W. I know how to do this. You don't have to tell me. W. What a pain in the ass. Just when I decided to go after the dragon lady. What a time you picked. Get out here. The ruins of Shernon weren't like those of Kazdeel. There were still traces of life out there on the streets, ravaged as they were. They gave you some idea of what had been, unlike the total annihilation back. Like for example, those two kids painstakingly raising their weapons. Devil, what are you doing here? No, don't provoke her. Sorry, we were just leaving. Hey, that's an army sword you're holding, isn't it? It is. Like a steel? You can't even lift it. Why are you hauling that thing around? You gonna fight back? You gonna kill me? Deep. Get back. Booville, your leg. Oh, you're hurt. You're gonna get infected. This city got hit with a catastrophe. Not safe here. I won't turn into a thing like it. Ah, what a tough kid. W is so fucking sarcastic. Let me ask you. Do you know what it means to take up the blade of the fallen carcass? Oh shit. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Yeah, that was real fucking interesting. I'm assuming this takes place before, like, around chapter 2 and 3, if I remember correctly. Or it was chapter 1. It's been a while since I played these. Alright then, I think I'm done for now. I caught up with the stories, and on the 12th, the EX stages should open up.
Doctor.
Yeah, I figured that was the case, cause we met a character named Teresa in the very beginning. In the very beginning of the prologue. Well, not the prologue, but like DM3 or DM4, I think. And she was never mentioned once. And the fact that W already knew us, which was kind of like hinted in the story, that W knew us before, but not as the current doctor that we are after the amnesia. But wait, hold on, now let me make a timeline. This is definitely before like chapter 1. But this is taking place right after, like, during the first attack in Chernobyl. And Chernobyl is the first annihilation, if I remember correctly. Oh, Jesus. Actually, let me try one more pull. I already got Phantom, so I don't really want them. I'll try one free pull. One pull. Yeah, before the prologue, yeah. Oh no, it's a dupe.
私はメテオ、森の弓使いよ。
Yeah, yeah, I figured that was the case too. Apparently W, the original W, was a guy. And then the ending is like, you know what it means to pick up a dead Sarkis' weapon, implying how she became the current W. There's really nothing else for me to do now. Alright then. I'll catch you guys on the 17th when the UX stages open up.